I was contacted by UPERFECT. These guys have had monitors on, I've seen them on Amazon primarily for years, to be honest. And I haven't picked one up yet, but I've thought about it many, many times. I've seen lots of really good reviews on them. So they reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to review one of their monitors. So this one is called the UPERFECT Swivel 2K. It's a 2K monitor, obviously, and it's a swivel. So it's kind of a single one-sided monitor to increase your space on your laptop. Okay, so we get some resealable envelopes here. What do we get? There's a smell to them too, a nice brand new electronic smell. So that's a HDMI to mini HDMI. What's this thing? Cute little box. Oh, that's the power. So that's the little power brick there. USB-A power brick. We can deal with that later. Set that over there. We have another. This is the USB-A to C option. Yeah, C to C. Good, looks like nice thick cables too. Looks good. Okay, and there we go. That's the device there. So we get our screen here. That's going to pop out. Right. This is our kind of laptop clasping device. It's going to grab onto our laptop. Protective screen, obviously. It's a plasticky material, but it seems like a nice plastic, which keeps the weight down. I was actually worried this would be super heavy. Some of these types of monitors can be all metal, which I guess has one advantage because they're metal. However, they weigh a ton, so they can be a bit of weight on the back of the laptop, which is not necessarily good. And then the other thing is it's just heavy to carry around, so that's can be a pain. For ports here, we have HDMI, the micro HDMI there. We have our controls because we can mess with the screen a little bit later. USB-C, USB-C. Very good. So I guess you can put it in either way, depending on which way your laptop is, right? So you can have a laptop that side or this side. I typically put my second screen on the right. I don't know if you know this, but everyone has a dominant eye. At least I think they do. Your dominant eye, you can test for that, and that's the eye that is dominant, obviously. And often, not always, but often you want to put your second monitor on your dominant eye. This is the laptop grabby thing, so it's going to grab my monitor. You could switch it over to the left side if need be, like I said. And there's a little kickstand here. What does that do? Oh, it's an extender. Ooh. Isn't that neat? I'm already liking this a lot. How far does that go? Oh, there's lots of, yeah, it goes way bigger than that. I could just keep going if needed. That looks fine on that side. So one thing, I just noticed something else. So if you click that in all the way, it depends on the style of your monitor, but if you click that in all the way, that little foot thing there it doesn't have anywhere to go because the screen will touch it, right? So you actually want to pull the monitor out slightly, then you can go like that. I actually didn't realize that. Then you put it in. Okay, that makes more sense. I was a little confused as to why this was like kind of hanging off. So you just pull that out just a tiny little bit, then you snap it on, then you put it back in. Now we're cooking. So the power, HDMI can't supply power, right? So if you're going to be, depending on the monitor that you have, look how weird I look here. Depending on how you're going to connect it. So this laptop here, for example, has HDMI, right? I could use the HDMI, where'd the HDMI cable go? There it is. However, HDMI doesn't supply power. So then what you do is you hook up HDMI to that, and then you plug this into the wall. So you're going to plug the device into the wall to get power from USB-C. Then you can use HDMI, perfectly fine if you want to use HDMI. In theory, however, this laptop does support power delivery over USB-C. I don't know where to plug that in. Does it matter? Probably not, actually. Just go that one. Oh, that was immediate. That was the fastest monitor I've used yet to plug it in. Just immediately it was like, poop, I'm going to work. So let's take that off. Ooh, it looks like it has really good colors too. That's going to be really nice for me. Okay, so if you know my channel, if you watch my reviews and my commentary and stuff, I'm a screen kind of guy. I like really nice screens. This laptop here has an outstanding screen. It's an IPS screen, not an OLED by choice, but it's a gorgeous IPS screen. 3.2K, 100% DCI-P, killer colors. This screen looks like it belongs beside this. So right off the bat, before I even do a lot of screen testing, I can tell you this is a really nice screen. I've done portable monitor reviews. Sometimes they're gorgeous. Sometimes they're okay. Typically they lean towards okay, if not bad, in terms of like color space and that. This one here looks quite good. So we'll come in here, we'll just look at some different settings here. Brightness, so we'll turn that up because this is a pretty bright screen here. So we'll go like that there. That looks good. Contrast looks fine. I think maybe that looks pretty good there. Yeah, it looks pretty good there. Eco mode, dynamic contrast ratio. We don't need that, but you can turn it on if you want. HDR mode, you can turn that on if you want. I do not want that right now. We'll go down. Aspect wide, so I guess you could go for a narrower aspect ratio. You can do some color temperature stuff, warm, cool, user. That looks closer to that monitor then. This is a calibrated monitor, so I'm going to use that as actually a baseline. Just trying to get the glare off. So it's like, if there's glare there, you can tilt like that. This is a really cool screen so far. But anyways, so we'll come down here. You can scale it how you want. This is a 1400p screen. That's a really high resolution for the size of the screen. Okay, so we're going to bring that over there. We're going to bring this over here. We're going to make that full. We're going to make that full. Go like that. So, okay, so the reds right off the bat look pretty good. This is a 100% DCI-P screen, 3.2K. I consider this to be a truly outstanding screen over here. Like truly an outstanding screen. We're going to go like that there for both of these. If anything is even remotely close to the screen, I'm going to consider it good. Now, this may not show up on camera, but the blacks actually look better on that screen than that screen. I'm just kind of moving around. That's impressive. That is impressive blacks for an IPS screen. We'll actually bring that down so you can see what I see. I see something like that. May not show up well on camera, but these blacks actually look better than that blacks. Again, this is an extremely nice panel. It's getting pretty close to that. I think the iPhone is freaking out. There we go. That looks better. It's nice that you can, tilt that net so you can see the angles that I'm seeing. It's looking pretty good, to be honest. It's looking quite good. It's pretty close. This is 100% DCI-P, 100% sRGB, and they're pretty close. I'd have thought that this screen was going to be so, impressive that it wasn't going to make this look good. This is looking really nice for a portable screen. Really quite nice for a portable screen. All right, let's just actually kick out. I'm already pretty impressed. So while we watch this, I'll just do a reminder. This is a 100% DCI-P screen. Extremely nice, well calibrated from Lenovo. Comes pre-calibrated. This is trading blows with that screen. Very impressive as a result. I specifically spec'd this model out with this screen because this is my favorite IPS screen on the market right now. It's really nice to have a portable monitor with good screens. Good colors. It's quite nice. So we'll kick that out there. So I'm pretty impressed with that already. It's bright enough too. Like it's not as bright as this. What else can we do? You know what? Let's set it up vertically. Yeah, that'll be cool. So let's do that. So we'll take it off again. Let me kind of get back here again. There's so much screen. That's the whole point here. So we have tons and tons of screen. So I'm gonna take that off for a second. So cool. You can do that. It's nice and light too, which is good. It feels good quality. Like it's not bendy. See that? It's pretty sturdy, but it's nice and light. And now this thing is pivotable, right? So we're going to turn it all the way around. Yeah, this is smart. This is a smart thing. I like this. Look at that. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so now this is plugged in here. It doesn't know, like Windows doesn't know that it's sideways. How could it possibly know that? So it's over here. So then you just come into your display settings, you come down, you pick portrait or portrait flipped. I don't know which one is which. We'll try portrait flipped. Okay, that's good. So now we have this in portrait mode. Very nice. So what can you do with this? Well, you can do all kinds of stuff, right? So let's say I'm working on an essay. I could bring over the, UPERFECT website here, and maybe I'm, looking at their products, doing some research. Oh, they sell monitors. Oh, they sell that. Well, that's cool. Ooh, look at that. That's cool. Anyways, look at that. It's a two thing. Dual folding screen. This video isn't about that. Anyways, so they have this cool thing, and I'm doing that, and then I'm over here and I'm writing an essay about UPERFECT. UPERFECT sells monitors. I am testing one right now. Right? Like you could use like that. For me, you can have a full page document, like an actual written document over here. I could be reading through that, right? I could come over here and read through my, my PDF or whatever. If you're a student or something like that, you can have a PDF over here. You could scroll through, read through your documents and write on here. That's huge for, I think, a lot of people. That would have been, if I had something like this during my undergrad or my master's, like, you guys don't even know, like, our laptops sucked back then. We certainly didn't have really nice USB-C monitors like this that I could have taken to a library, sat down in the library, have a full essay over here and just work on my laptop. Y'all don't even know. Now look at how small my footprint is, right? I don't have to have desk over here, right, to have this monitor. I have other monitors that I don't have it right with me right here. It's upstairs. But I have other monitors that I set up and they sit like this, right? They sit like this and I hook them up. But that means that I have to have a desk over here, right? Like when this thing was vertical. So if I'm using this like this, right? My lap is here, laptop's here. I don't need to have this thing sitting on the arm of my couch or something like that, right? It's just kind of floating, right? So I can use it as needed without having to increase my profile. So if I have a very small desk, I'm in a coffee shop, Starbucks sometimes have those tiny little desks. I don't necessarily want to have a full monitor setup. I can do it because it's hooked up to my laptop screen. Or, this is sitting on my lap. If this is sitting on my lap, right, I don't need to have some type of weird sitting spot over there. This is my issue with portable monitors myself personally. For the way I use them, I often sit on a couch. So I sit on my couch. I have the laptop sitting on my lap right here. And then I have a monitor that's not attached to my screen and I don't have anywhere to put it, right? Like I could put it on the arm of my couch, which I often do, but it's not like here. It's like way over here or something like that. Where now there's like, this is one coherent kind of, monitor. So I mean, I don't need to go into any more detail here. This monitor is very nice. So advantages, you can hook it up on the screen itself. It's going to then allow you to have a full monitor over here. You can tilt it, get the orientation that you need. It's perfect. By the way, this is very gentle on the screen here. I don't worry about this, scratching my screen. It actually has like a bit of a lip sticking out. So it's not actually sitting on my screen. So you don't have to worry about it damaging your screen, I think. I don't think there's gonna be problems there. But anyway, so advantages, obviously you can set it up like this and your footprint is very minimal. You don't have to take up more space over there. It's just basically whatever your laptop is actually using. That's perfect. You can then also put it in portrait mode, set it down and have a full document there where you can scroll through, page by page. Or if you have an Excel spreadsheet or something like that with data, it's fantastic. You can go through it like that. So the versatility of it to be able to use it attached to the monitor or horizontal or vertical there is fantastic. And the other advantage here is the actual quality of the screen. So this screen here is nice and bright, especially for a portable monitor. A lot of times portable monitors aren't very bright. It's not going to be a 1000 nit, mini LED or something like that, but it's bright. It's relatively bright. The other thing is here, it's going to be very fine resolution, 2240 by 1400. Basically, it's a 1440p screen. Like if you know the numbers, 1440p screen, it's close enough. The other thing as well, the colors are quite good. These things aren't like super cheap. They're not like $50 or anything like that, but they're also not crazy expensive. And I think what you're paying for is actually justified by the cost. I think it's actually relatively well priced for what it is as well.